How to tie a swivel on a fishing line. Are you planning on using the fishing swivel stashed in your tackle box anytime from now? Then you're in the right place at the right time. Keep watching to learn how to tie this sometimes essential angling gear to your fishing line. But first, be sure to check out olure.com and get yourself one of these lucky Olure shirts. Now let's take a look on how to tie a swivel on a fishing line. Let's make sure that you are about to use a fishing swivel for all the right reasons. Don't use one just because your fishing buddies are bragging about using it all the time. There are a few reasons why you would need to tie a fishing swivel to your line from time to time. To keep the line from twisting while reeling in fish that's fond of barreling, thus keeping knots at bay. To reduce the risk of the fishing line rubbing against sharp objects below the water. To make it easier to use all kinds of rigs attached to the leader line if you like employing different ones. There are various types of fishing swivels out there. But the classic ones are the barrel swivel, which is the cheapest and most popular of the bunch, the crane swivel, which is better than the barrel swivel for most fishing instances, and the ball bearing swivel, which is the most expensive and recommended for offshore fishing. You can also come across fishing swivels in various colors. Pick the best one for the fish you wish to catch, as colors can either spook or attract, depending on the species. Now let's get to the crux of this article: how to tie a swivel on your fishing line. Just like the fact that there are all kinds of fishing swivels for you to choose from, there are also all sorts of knots that can be used to secure one end of the swivel to the main line and the other end to the leader line. But because you are yet to try using or tying a fishing swivel to your line, and that is why you are here in the first place, we will learn about two of the easiest and perhaps most commonly used methods by professional anglers and newbies alike: the improved clinch knot and the offshore swivel knot. Opting for the improved clinch knot is perfect for inshore fishing, in which the conditions are not that rough and you don't have to deal with aggressive predators that would usually twist and turn to break free. So if you are fond of catching anything from salmon, flounder to panfish, simply follow these simple steps. Guide your fishing line through the one eye of the fishing swivel and then form a sizable loop. Keep that loop intact by holding it down with your thumb and index finger. Wrap the end line around the standing line 5 times. Insert the end of the line through the loop that your thumb and index finger are keeping intact. You will notice that you have just created a second loop. Guide the end of the line through this recently created loop and pull tightly. Clip any excess fishing line. That's it. Give yourself a pat on the back because you have just tied a swivel on your fishing line for the very first time. It's really easy, isn't it? But you can't start fishing yet because a fishing swivel has 2 eyes, which means that you will still have to attach your leader line, which is the business end of a fishing line, to the remaining eye. To do that, simply follow the above steps on doing the improved clinch knot. If you are planning on impressing your family and friends as well as boosting your ego by doing offshore fishing, where swimmers are much more aggressive and are likely to try to flee by twisting their bodies like there's no tomorrow, then it is the offshore swivel knot that you should do. Here's how it's done. At the end of your fishing line, create a loop and then tie it off using the spider hitch knot. Guide the said loop through the eye of your fishing swivel. Take the end of the loop back and past the swivel's eye. Use your thumb to hold it against the fishing line. Grab the fishing swivel and rotate it through the loop 6 times if you are using a mono line. Using something heavier? You will need to rotate the swivel through the loop fewer times. Pull the fishing swivel and line, thus pushing the twists to the eye of the fishing swivel. As you can see, compared to the improved clinch knot, this method is more challenging to accomplish. But that's okay because you will need all the strength that your fishing line could use in order to keep the fishing swivel intact. What's more, using the spider hitch knot may sometimes require you to use a pair of pliers when carrying out the last step mentioned above. This is particularly true if you're using massive swivels and heavy fishing lines. By the way, did you have a brief moment of panic while reading the steps to tying a fishing swivel to your line using the offshore swivel knot because you encountered the so-called spider hitch knot? Well, you can breathe a sigh of relief because here's how you do this knot. Double your fishing line. Form a loop and keep it in place by holding it down using your thumb and index finger. Wrap the doubled line around your thumb 5 times if you are using a monoline for fishing. If you are using a braided line, wrap the doubled line around your thumb 15 times. Guide the end of your fishing line through the loop you created earlier. Pull the fishing line tightly, allowing the smaller loops on your thumb to slide into the same loop. If you take fishing seriously, then it's a wonderful idea for you to be able to master doing the spider hitch knot, because later on in your angling life you will surely find relying on this type of knot as indispensable and convenient. For instance, it's something that's faster to accomplish than the bimini twist and drop a loop. Ugh. So many knots to learn to make, but don't worry. We have guides here at olure.com to help you learn. If you enjoyed this video, then like and subscribe to our channel for more informational fishing videos, and be sure to visit olure.com.